Thank you. We're back for our next departmental budget discussion. I'm Mayor David Briley, and I'm joined today on my left by Talia Lomax O'Neill, the city's finance director, and on my right by Emily Pacini, the city's chief of staff here in the mayor's office. I wanted to say you worked for MNPS there for a second. I don't know. Must have schools on the brain. Before we jump into this year's budget, I just wanted to talk about last year just a little bit. As you recall, I'm sure the last year's budget was not typical, and as a result, we weren't in a position to do the cost of living adjustment for our employees that we wanted to. This last year, we have tightened our belts pretty well and found a way to live with a little bit less revenue in the last year, and I want to give a real shout out to General Services Department in that context. I know y'all were really worked hard to make sure that you spent as little as you possibly can and still provided great service to the city. So thank you for all your work in that regard. We do have additional revenue this year, and so we'll be able to do a cost of living adjustment for our employees, plus steps and open range. And so it's a better year for the city because our employees certainly have earned that increase. So let's see. Nancy, if you would introduce yourself. Nancy Whittemore, the Director of the Department of General Services. And if you'll leave a few minutes at the end, I may have a question or two.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity. And Mayor, let me just say the people in General Services are thrilled that about the cost of living, so thank you for that. With me today is Diana Atwood. She is our financial manager in General Services. In the audience is Velvet Hunter, our assistant director for administration, Stacy Wall, our assistant director for fleet management, Billy Quinn, the assistant director for building operations. Laurel Creech would be here today, but she's homesick, so we hope she feels better. I wanted to take just a few minutes for the viewing audience and go over some things that we do in General Services because our name is very general, and so I wanted to just point out some of the things that we do. Most of our services are internal to Metro government, and we provide services that enable other departments to do their jobs. We have 4 divisions in the department. The Division of Administration is responsible for printer, copier, postal, photographic, and surplus property services. The Division of Fleet Management manages the Metro's fleet, which is over 3,500 units of vehicles and equipment. This division is also responsible for fleet procurement, asset management, roadside assistance, maintenance and repairs, and the fuel program. The Division of Building Operation manages over 4 million square feet of space and most of the capital projects in Metro. The ADA office is responsible for ADA compliance across Metro for Metro projects. The Division of Sustainability is responsible for integrating sustainable practices throughout our programs, and it also provides educational opportunities around sustainability to Metro employees and the Nashville community through Socket, which is our sustainability outlet. The employees in each of these divisions contribute every day to our success. I appreciate all they do on behalf of General Services, Metro government, and the Nashville community. So I want to talk a little bit about some of our successes this year. We recently celebrated the opening of the Family Safety Center and the police headquarters. This is a state-of-the-art facility that features the largest rooftop solar system in Nashville with 864 panels, which will generate 392,000 kilowatt hours of energy annually. The solar production is expected to offset our energy consumed by the entire building by approximately 8% on an annual basis. General Services has an additional 480 solar panels on 8 other facilities, Howard Office Building, 7 fire stations, and these facilities produced about 135,000 kilowatt hours in 2018. We're also participating in the Music City Solar Program. We purchased 510 panels there, and production has started this year. General Services standards for construction projects, we incorporate solar on all of our projects, and this helps support our efforts to continue to reduce energy consumption. Through design, management, technology, and education, we will continue to move the needle toward zero-energy buildings. The construction projects that are currently underway are the Bellevue Community Center and the ICE facility, the DCSO downtown complex and headquarters, fire stations in Bellevue and Hermitage, the Election Commission, which you probably just heard from them about the voting machine warehouse that we're doing, Donaldson Library, Magruder Family Resource Center, and the Police Training Academy. We're doing some expansion there on locker rooms. Also, we're in the procurement phase for the design of Fire Station 2. In the area of fleet management, we recently implemented a pilot project for maintenance and repairs. We have contracted with Firestone Bridgestone for fleet services at 17 different locations across Davidson County. This business model increased our garage capacity from 1, which was out on Murfreesboro Road, to 17 that are all across the county. Turnaround times are improving for our customers, and drop-off and pickups are more convenient now. We are meeting with departments to discuss how they can effectively manage their fleet by rotating underutilized vehicles with overutilized vehicles, considering short-term rentals where appropriate, utilizing ride-sharing options, and also our electric car pools. We are teaming up with the Planning and the Nashville Connect program to promote our ride-share efforts. The first ride-share program that they'll be helping us promote is the General Services Employee Shuttle between Fulton Campus and the Historic Courthouse. This service will begin on April 1st, starting at 8 a.m. We'll leave Fulton Campus, and then we'll leave on the half hour from the courthouse. Our last shuttle back to Fulton will be at 4:30. We will be getting information out to employees about this, but it'll be a 3-month trial. We had a few departments who suggested us try this, so we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. We just completed the installation of dual charging stations here at the Historic Courthouse, and we'll be locating 2 electric vehicles here soon. More information will be shared on the electric vehicle program here at the courthouse. But we have programs now at the Fulton campus, at Parks, Metro Southeast, and Lance Health Center, and these programs are very popular and they're utilized. General Services is committed to the goal of Route Nashville. We recently hired a landscape architect, and one of his focuses is to manage our tree inventory and plan for future plantings. In 2018, we planted 42 trees at 9 locations and 39 trees in 2019 so far at 6 locations through our operating budget. 148 trees were planted at 600 Murfreesboro Road at the new Family Safety and Police Headquarters. All construction projects, where applicable, will meet or exceed the number of trees required. We teamed up with the Department of Human Resources to offer tours of city projects facilitated by Metro employees. Metro Connect kicked off in September 2018, and we offered 16 tours across 6 different sites to over 170 participants. The tours included our Center of Responsible at the core at the Howard Office Building, the Music City Center, Public Works Recycling Center, Water Services, Water Treatment, and the Nashville Airport. Employees responded very positively to this. We engage them, they learn about Metro, and then they also can network with other Metro employees. We plan to do another round of tours starting this fall. eBid, Nashville, I always have to talk a little bit about that because it's one of my pet projects since coming to Metro, but that's our online auction, and it operates very much like eBay. In 2018, our paid sales was $2.7 million. We auctioned off close to 7,000 items. We have over 1,100 registered users. And one of the things, we started this in 2003, so since then we have brought in $63.7 million. When I first came to General Services, we brought in anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 a year, so this is a self-supporting operation in Metro. In regards to our FY20 budget, we're requesting the following: $839,300 for the remaining operating cost at the Family Safety Center and the police headquarters. Last year, we received $500,000 that basically covers utility costs. For the first 2 months, our average utility cost for gas is $15,000, $19,000 for electric, and $2,000 for water. We're asking for $781,400 for the operational costs for the facilities that will be coming online, which will be the Bellevue Community Center, Fire Stations 32 and 37, the Election Commission Warehouse, the Police Training Expansion, and the Nashville Fire Department Maintenance space. This operation moved from 3800 Charlotte Avenue out to the Peterbilt Myatt Drive address, and so they will be coming on during this year. $474,000 for contract escalations in the divisions of fleet and building operation. Also, you'll see in the request a departmental fleet request for additional vehicles and equipment that we go out to departments and ask them every year what their needs are. And so the request is around $12 million for capital funding. And if all of those were funded, then our operational cost to support that would, the ask is $1.186 million. So that concludes my remarks, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
I want to ask you about fleet.
Okay.
Just because I know you're doing a whole lot of work in that area. So seeing a request for that much new, I guess as far as units and equipment and fleet, is the timing right on that, or do you need to kind of do a reset on your conversation there in terms of fleet size?
Well,
Because that's a big list.
That is a big list, and a lot of it, I mean, you have Beer Board, DA, Codes, Health, Water Services, Parks, Police, Library, Public Works, and Fire. That's who's asking. That's where the asks are coming from. I don't know enough. I mean, I think it's an evaluation through the budget process. Are these new programs that need this kind of additional equipment, or is it just an expansion, within the department? So I think working with your office very closely throughout this process to do that evaluation would be something we would need to do.
Okay. And I have another question.
Okay.
And it has to do with buildings, because I know that you all don't manage all facilities here in the city, and some are managed out by the departments. And it just seems to me that you guys do a really, really good job, and you have lots of performance data to demonstrate you're doing a really good job. Would you entertain an expansion and picking up other properties long term?
Well, I think this is something that's been discussed for many years. If you even go back to the Dean administration, the Green Ribbon Committee made a recommendation for that. Livable Nashville made a recommendation for that. It's something that I think needs to be considered. It's not something that can happen overnight. It has to be very well thought out. The things that are important to us, I think when you look at consolidation, it's because that's our core business, and we think about every day how we can reduce energy costs and what we can do through technology, design, whatever it might be. So there would have to be some investments in order for general services to get to where we are today. There had to be some investments in building automation systems, different things in a building. So we have in place now a group that can go in and do building audits. We just did one of the Historic Courthouse, and we'll be coming forward with recommendations on what we need to do here to make this more energy efficient. I know the windows here have been an issue for many years, and it has been because, when you look at the cost of we couldn't replace them, at least from the Historical Commission, but we know they have approved some things in state government, and we're hoping we can talk to them about that to see, because putting inside storms here were very expensive and our return was not that great. But we have in place that group that can go in and do those energy audits. The systems the most important thing that needs to be managed are the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems. And you do, through consolidation, you cut down on redundancy, you cut down, you have your economy of scales, you have shared resources, so there are benefits to that. But it has to be very thought out and very deliberate in how you would do it. I would think we would want to look at those buildings where we have the biggest energy consumption and maybe start there. So we would certainly entertain that, but it have to be very planned.
It's not overnight.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think I have any questions. We talk enough so I know generally what you're doing,
Right.
and I appreciate the hard work. I think y'all are doing a fine job, and both with the fleet management and trying to get a better handle on our utilization of our resources on that, I think is a great idea. And I think I told you that whatever money we can save there, we can reinvest in energy efficiency, and so I think that's a important thing for us to do as a city. And so I look forward in the next year or two figuring out a way to roll that out more efficiently.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.